The ability to send personalised emails to members is one of the most useful aspects of Beacon. This short presentation explains how to compose and send an email via Beacon. It looks at who can send emails, how to select the recipients and set the sender's address, how to attach files to an email, how to personalise emails such as automatically adding the recipient's name, membership number or renewal date using simple text-based tokens, the correct way to insert links in emails, using standard message templates for frequently sent emails, and finally some tips on working with long messages. The sender must be a system user. In other words, they need to have a username and password to log into Beacon. By default, all system users have privileges to view and send email. The ability to create and change standard messages is normally restricted to the system administrator and membership secretary. But if you need to send similar messages on a regular basis, contact your site admin to have these privileges enabled with committee approval if you don't have them already. The first step in sending an email from Beacon is to select the people it's being sent to. From the home page, navigate to the relevant list of members. For example, if you're a group leader, this would be the members of your group. Select the names of the recipients. To select all names, click Select at the top or bottom of the left-hand column and choose Select All. Alternatively, click the checkbox in that column alongside the names of individual members. Scroll to the bottom of the page and choose Send Email from the drop-down list below the table. Then click the Do With Selected button. Normally, the From address is set automatically to the email account registered in your member's account in Beacon, but an office holder may have a dedicated email address for their role, as shown in this example, so it may be necessary to click the drop-down menu in the From box and select the most appropriate email address. Beacon does not retain a copy of an email message, so if you want to save a copy, you must either select the Tick to Receive Copy box or include yourself as a recipient. Please note that for data protection, each recipient is sent an individual copy of the email, so they won't see the other recipient's email addresses. This means they may not be aware whether they're the only recipient or one of several, so the subject or greeting should make clear the cohort of recipients as shown in this example. To add an attachment, click the Choose Files button and select the required file from a folder on your computer. Be sparing with attachments to reduce the likelihood of spam rejection, and the total size of files uploaded must be less than 20 megabytes. You can personalize emails using tokens listed on the right side of the email form. For example, typing #FAM customizes every email with the member's familiar name, or forename if a familiar name isn't recorded. Using tokens not only makes your emails more friendly, personalized messages are less likely to be rejected as spam. Note that there must be no space between the hash symbol and the token. Also, tokens are case sensitive. They're all in uppercase. Beacon automatically expands each token using data in each member's record. There are two exceptions to this automatic expansion. The sender always receives a copy of the email without the tokens expanded. Also, tokens are not supported when you send an email from the U3A Officers section of Beacon. To include a link to a website in your message, put the cursor at the position where the link is required and click the chain icon. This produces a dialog box. Copy and paste the full website URL into the first field. The text to display in the email should be a meaningful description of the web page you're linking to, rather than a copy of the URL. By selecting from the link list, you can insert links for membership applications and renewals online if they're configured for your U3A. When renewals is selected from the link list, the URL field will be populated with the members portal URL shown in your public links settings. The link will also include the member's membership number, so when the member clicks the link, They'll be taken to the members portal page and they won't need to provide their membership number, as Beacon will know it from the URL. If you have the necessary privileges, you can save standard messages as templates. This is useful for messages that need to be sent on a regular basis. Once you've created a standard message, click Save as Standard Message. You'll then be asked to give it a name. A standard message can be amended if necessary and resaved. To load a standard message, click the arrow to open the Standard Message drop-down menu and select the relevant message. Redundant messages can be deleted by selecting the message name and clicking Delete Standard Message. When working with long messages, it's a good idea to compose it in a separate program such as Microsoft Word. Then copy and paste it into the Send email page or attach it as a separate document. This has several advantages. It avoids your Beacon session from being timed out while composing the message. It allows the message to be spell checked, a feature which is not in Beacon, and if you send it as an attachment, it allows a lot more text formatting than Beacon, such as the inclusion of tables, charts and pictures, and changes to font size and colour. See the user guide for more tips on sending emails. So to summarise, one of the main advantages of using Beacon for email is that you can send messages to multiple recipients without exposing everyone's email address to others. U3A officers can choose which email address to send from to keep replies separate from their personal email. Beacon doesn't store emails, so you should normally send a copy to yourself for your records. When sending attachments, don't exceed 20 megabytes. Always use the chain icon to insert links in emails. You can personalize emails by using tokens that begin with a hash. If you have the necessary privileges, you can store frequently used messages as standard. And finally, consider composing long messages outside Beacon.